Given this two-dimensional vector field, let's find the scalar function that is the curl of f. The formula for calculating the 2D curl is partial q respect x minus partial p respect y, where p and q are the scalar functions that are the components of the vector field. So this expression is p, and this is the q component. So we begin by getting these partial derivatives. Partial q respect x is going to be 3x squared minus 6xy. Partial p with respect to y, we need to differentiate this expression with respect to y, which is going to be 3y squared minus 3x. The curl of f is going to be partial q respect x, so 3x squared minus 6xy, minus partial p respect y, so we subtract 3y squared minus 3x. This curl gives us a scalar function that depends on x and y, and after we distribute in the negative, we get 3x squared minus 3y squared minus 6xy plus 3x. And this is the answer to part A. Now let's take the curl scalar function that we just calculated and evaluate that at the ordered pair 1, 2, and then again at the ordered pair 3, 1. So for part B, the curl of f evaluated at 1, 2, we plug in 1 for x and 2 for y, 1 for x, 2 for y, which gives us negative 18. And because when evaluating at 1, 2, we get a negative quantity for the curl, that tells us that we should be expecting a clockwise rotation at that point. Now let's evaluate the curl at the ordered pair 3, 1. And so we plug in 3 for the x and 1 for the y, 3 for the x and 1 for the y's, which gives us 15, and that's a positive value. So we can expect to see counterclockwise rotation at that point. So here we have an image of the vector field that we're working with, and let's look at the ordered pair 1, 2 in this position, and notice that the vectors in the field are moving around this point in a somewhat clockwise manner. So if we had a point or an object dropped in a pool at this position, we could expect for that object to be rotating clockwise. And if you recall in part A, we did get a negative quantity for that curl, which implies clockwise rotation. But if we look at the ordered pair 3, 1, we see that these vectors are acting in a way that might inspire counterclockwise rotation. And if you'll recall, we did get a curl that was positive at that point, which implies counterclockwise.